On Thursday, July 15th, we have Chiron, the wounded healer, going retrograde in Aries. So Chiron has been in Aries for quite some time, and this is really illuminating for us our egoic identity wounds, our masculine wounds. Not that I want to deviate too much, but right now we're going through a huge transformation between the feminine and masculine divine energies. We have been really tapping into the shadow parts of both, and this year there is a huge focus on trying to heal the masculine energy. Of course, the masculine energy on the global stage has been a center of attack. Masculinity, toxic masculinity, has been a new phrase, a new topic that basically is picking apart the structure in which the masculine energy in every single one of us, doesn't matter your sexual orientation. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. The masculine energy kind of creates a survival technique. It is our life force where we exert ourselves outwards in the world. And of course, the feminine energy is when we need to be receptive, when we need to listen to our intuition, when we need to tap into our feelings. It is the nurturing side of us. So this masculine energy that has been very much attacked, that we have to restore because we're all kings and queens in our own right. We have to balance the scales within. We are in a perfect month to do that, honoring the number 7 lesson. And so when Chiron kind of comes into play here, when Chiron is direct, we are exerting ourselves outwardly. We are moving through the world. We are looking for healing outside of ourselves. When Chiron goes retrograde, we move inwards. We attach to our inner spiritual warrior. We download cosmic knowledge. We align to our higher truth. We know how to heal ourselves. It's just that the external world becomes too loud, that we forget that we have this knowledge within us. Our ancestors knew this knowledge. We have it in our DNA. But the external world that is now kind of created in order to disconnect us from what it is that we know to be true inside of us, that is posing a big problem. So when Chiron goes retrograde, it's almost as if we get reminders. We get DNA code activators. These are new light codes coming in, reminding us that we know how to heal this. Our inner shaman comes out. We are all medicine men, medicine women from the ancestral knowledge that we carry in our DNA codes. And that's why it's so important to be protecting your DNA. Keep your body clean. Do not let any external forces, especially man-made, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, alter your ancestral knowledge that you're carrying inside your body. Keep it pure and keep it clean. So what we're going to find here is that now we're in a cycle where we've exerted our energy outward. We've exhausted our efforts in our external reality to find healing, to find the answer to fix our wounds. Now, when we move inside of ourselves, we are going to recognize that we've been overly attached to some of our stories, likely taking us back to our childhood, reflecting back on the masculine and feminine examples of authority that we were raised under, the social norms, the social conditionings that we were raised under. And this is going to be a prime time to start asking yourself, do I actually believe that? Where did I learn that? Who taught me that? Do I really feel like I'm in alignment with this truth that I've been speaking since childhood? This is time to start ripping down the external conditioning that we were all built under. A lot of our egoic identity wounds have come out of the fact that we had to create a particular egoic avatar in order for us to actually move throughout the world. If we were walking around with our wounds exposed all the time without this, Teflon mask that we are wearing in order for everyone to see that we are fine, we are okay, when literally our inner child is dying every single day, we would never be able to survive. This is a coping mechanism. So when we look inside of ourselves, we find our true selves. We start asking ourselves the deep-seated questions in our psyche, in our heart chakra. Do we believe in this? So a lot of us have some pretty heavy negative narratives. You know, I don't deserve this. I'm never going to get this job. I'm never going to fall in love. You know, all of these self-worth things. Where did you learn this? Because I'm going to tell you, it's a narrative that needs to die. And luckily for you, we have Pluto in a retrograde right now, helping you identify those fears, those vulnerabilities, those insecurities, and cut them off. You have the power to rewrite a new narrative every single second of the day, but you have to become consciously aware of the narrative that is currently looping. You have given that permission to loop, to be your theme song in each and every single day in every experience that you engage in. So if your inner narrative is one of a low vibrational frequency where it's telling you all the reasons that you're not good enough, that you'll never be enough, you need to cut that off. You need to rewrite a better system for that. We have all of these other major heavy hitting planets in a retrograde right now doing the internal work needed to cut the bullshit so that you can stand in your power. You can stand in your authentic self, not the lies and deception and delusions and social conditionings that you were brought up under. The actual truth, when you align yourself to the cosmic force that created you. What is your truth? So we're going to uncover some new parts of ourselves. And you know what? That can be hella scary. Not going to lie to you. But it is the most exciting and refreshing thing to do. To know that you can come out of a state of pain and paralysis and suffering and literally reinvent yourself. This is where we get to renew ourselves, where we get to go back and visit the not so nice parts of our experience and pluck our soul from those darker shadow types of experiences and empower ourselves back to a state where we are standing authentically in our warrior spirit. So basically the best thing that I can recommend you do is open your arms to your shadow self. Open your arms to the pain, to the suffering of that inner child. Look at yourself in the mirror, deep into your eyes. Yes, it probably will take you a long time to do without being able to look away. Why? Because behind that mask, behind this egoic avatar identity that you had to build in order to survive in life, behind that mask is the pure, authentic innocence of your inner child. And you need to open your arms up. You need to be that hero that you've been praying for your whole life. You need to nurture that child back into a place of safety, of security, and then empower that child to be themselves, to think for themselves, to feel for themselves, to not need anything from the external world in order to know that they are 100% complete, that they are 100% perfect, that they are 100% whole. So open your arms, welcome in the discomfort, and know that once this is all over, you will be rebirthing the brand new 2.0 version of yourself. And let me tell you, it is going to feel amazing.